Hello and welcome. This is the IDRL SAH S4 Finale. We just have restarted this live because there was some microphone issue at our end, but we have fixed that. And now we are set for the grand finale. Right up on the center of your screen is an absolutely gorgeous track. And 7 pilots today joining us on the field. They are Ion FPV, Vatsan, Anand, 25 milliwatts, IMDC, Kushang, and Wizard. Yep. Let's open up the server. That's the message that one of the pilots has sent. So let's just do that quickly and then continue with the live broadcast. So Anand, you can please join in now. The server has been unlocked. Thank you. So Anand is back on the server. And there we go. All the players in the session right now. Let's switch to a live broadcast once again. Thank you. Our sponsorship from One Martian Way will be distributing the prizes for the top 12 pilots who have made it all the way from the qualifications in the order of their best timings. And whoever wins from this one obviously is going to be among the very best. So it's going to be a very, very interesting finals. All these are pro pilots of totally an international caliber, and some of them have really worked hard throughout the season to reach this finale stage. We can see right now at the center bottom of our screen the lineup that we have, also the point system for those spectators who have not been initiated with the point system. Just keep in mind that whatever points that the pilots score in each round is going to be multiplied by that round number, and the running total will be visible on that score chart. Now, we will be soon starting with round number 1, but just a few other rules. 10-second gap is going to be spaced out between rounds, each of the rounds. But rounds 1 to 6 are going to be fired back to back, and we'll be taking a 2-minute break before round number 7 as usual. Also, for rounds 1 and 2 only, we'll be giving a 1-minute absolute timeout to the pilots to come back and join the server. If they are disconnected between any of the races, they have to just stay connected and just stay connected on our Discord and message us over there so that we know that we can unlock the server. But for now, everybody seems to have joined in. Welcome back, spectators, and thank you, Niloy and Ridwan, for notifying about our microphone issue, which is now fixed. So thank you very much. Let's get going, pilots. Let's start round number 1, if all of you are ready. And the round is going to come to you at the podium in less than 5. Let's switch our views directly through the eyes of some of these top pilots. Look at that, a gorgeous display of multicolored pilots, 7 on that track at the same time. This is going to be quite an interesting race, and we are already loving the rhythm of this track. Let's switch to the top runner on this track, Ion FPV, who is taking us through this wonderful track. Look at those gates. It's an absolute castle of a track, and very brightly lit, some of these gates, and also very aesthetic to look at. Perfect for the finale. I am DC right now in the charts. Who is leading up? Ion just went down to IMDC, but there is a close competition. Look at that between these two pilots. There is an absolute belter of a competition, as we have always seen. These two pilots are coming in neck and neck. We can zoom in a little bit to these pilots to get a better view of where they are on the circuit, as well as switch around the track. And look at that, very, very curvy and pro racing track. Absolutely a very, very high class quality track. And they're now going through some of those Jacob ladders and coming up and finishing some of the other gates. Right now, Ion and IMDC have completed They are round number 1, followed by Anand, followed by Vatsan already. Kushang is remaining to finish, and 25 milliwatts and Wizard. 25 milliwatts was the pilot who qualified from the golden ticket round, and we'll be explaining a little bit about that towards the end of this finale. Wizard keeps it at position number 7. So that's how the positions right now are. Ion FPV at the top spot scores 7 points, followed by IMDC, who takes home 6 points, followed by Anand, who takes home 5 points, then Vatsan at 4 points, followed by Kushang at 3 points, and then 25 milliwatts at 2 points, and Wizard at 1 point. So right now the total is pretty close, and you will see how the point system plays out once we get going with rounds 2, 3, and so on and so forth. And you will clearly understand that with each round, the stakes of winning a particular round just go higher and higher. So that's the beauty of this point system. Now we have kept a 10-second gap between rounds 1 and 2, and hopefully that has been met already. So pilots, get warmed up and ready to go for your round number 2, which is going to start in less than 5. Here you go. From a slightly different angle, we take a third-person perspective to start the race this time around. And beautiful. Look at that. It's almost like you're painting something on a canvas. And not only are the spectators really enjoying this track, I myself am really hooked on to this track because it's so close. These pilots of top quality, IMDC leading the pack right now, running super hard. And look at those white trails on the track also. They are guiding lines that tell the pilots how to traverse a track. They need not follow it pinpoint and precisely, but it just gives them enough idea as to which is the next gate that is coming in, and so they can line up perfectly. Look at that, who is coming in. Anand and Vatsan, very close between these two pilots. Ion FPV has to come back if he has to get on the charts with IMDC, but right now it's all IMDC and Anand at the very top. Let's follow IMDC. Anand is getting hot and hot on his tail over here, getting closer to IMDC at this point in time. Let's see from the point of view of Anand and see if we can spot some of these pilots out here. IMDC obviously in a little bit of a leading position. He completes just ahead of Anand, who finishes at position number 2. Ion FPV in the third spot is looking good, but it's going to get close until Vatsan. Wow, there was hardly any difference there, almost 800 milliseconds of difference between Ion and Vatsan. So it's very close competition already, and Wizard we will be taking through that for the last one. So on the charts, the position number 1 goes to IMDC this time around, and then we have Anand, who is at position number 2, so he gets 6 points. Then Ion FPV scores 5 points, followed by Vatsan, who scores 4 points, followed by 25 milliwatts, who scores 3 points, followed by Kushang, who scores 2 points, and finally Wizard at the 7th one, taking 1 point. Now, here is the interesting part, spectators. So you can see the total on the board. For example, for Ion right now at the top is 17 points. But how do you get it? It's obtained by multiplying the 5 points that he scored in round number 2 by that round number, which is in this case round number 2. So 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 times 7 is 7. So 10 plus 7 is 17. Similarly, for IMDC, it's 7 times 2, 14, plus 6, which is 20. So that's how the points are going to be scored till round number 6. And for round number 7, we're just going to multiply those points by 10. So it's an absolute thriller right till the end. So that keeps us at the edge of our seats. For now, 10 seconds have gapped out between rounds 2 and 3. Pilots, get ready on the podium because your race is going to start in less than 5. This time, let's take a lead at the FPV view of the best pilot who finished ahead in the last round, which is IMDC. Vatsan looking extremely close, but Anand seems to have got a really, really good hang of this track. And there is very, very tough and close competition between 4 pilots, and they are so close at the top. In fact, 5 of them. Kushang also coming in a little bit over there at 5th position. Yep, and he's stepped out into position number 4. All sorts of things going on right in lap number 1. Very, very high-paced lap that we are seeing here. Right now, pilots are entering lap number 2, and these are quick gates, a huge track, but they are spaced pretty much very close to each other. So it gives a very fast-paced action out here. Now, Ion FPV, if we look at him from the first-person perspective, look at that, very clean lines. And he's keeping IMDC at bay at the moment because he lost out to IMDC by a good number in the last round. He wants to make sure that he does not give too many chances away like that to IMDC. So right now, just trying to improvise on that position. Let's see what Anand is up to over here from his FPV viewpoint. We can see how well he's doing this track. An absolute pro racer he is as well. And Vatsan, he's matching the color of this track with the cyan coloring that we have for the pilot. And the beauty is that each of these pilots have been assigned a given color so that we can know who exactly is flying where. And you can also see the call sign of these pilots, the same call sign that is used on IDRL. Wizard completing at position number 7. Let's see what's on the chart. For Ion is completing at position number 1. We get 7 points for him. IMDC 6 points. Then Anand at 5 points. Till now it looks like round number 1. Then Vatsan at 4 points. Then 25 milliwatts at 3 points. A slight difference. So 25 milliwatts really making it count now. And Kushang right now falling a little bit behind out there at position number 2. And then we have Wizard at position number 7. So that's right there. All right. So I think we have a little bit of a comment. Okay, looks like he's doing well. Everything is going fine, guys. Do not confuse with the additional messages on the group. Only critical messages should be there while the race is going on. Okay, so there we are with rounds 1, 2, and 3. The total right now, Vatsan is at 24, but it's really between Ion FPV and IMDC. Oh my God, both of these pilots exactly the same points, 38 points, but still a long way to go. For rounds 4, 5, and 6, and 7 can just change the whole destinies of each of these pilots. All right, pilots. So round number 4 on the way to go. And it's coming right in front of you in less than 5. Okay, hold on. We'll cancel this one. Okay, about this race. All right, so where did he go? No, he's flying. Yeah, he's flying. Everything looks good. Wizard, are you fine? Can you please give a confirmation? Okay, we need a confirmation fast, please. Okay, we just do a quick demo for the launch. Wizard, quick. This is a extra one. Okay, just test it out. You're good? Okay. Let's not waste any more time, guys. On the podium, guys, for round number 4 in front of you in less than 5. There we go. And IMDC and Ion and Vatsan and Anand, all of these pilots right on the money out there at lap number 1, very, very close to each other. So much pressure on these pilots. But the good thing is that some of these pilots they can entirely switch off these trails that we are seeing as spectators. These are just for our purposes so that we can track the pilots. But when the pilot is flying, he can have a complete clear vision so that he can go in full speed with as much precision as he wants. IMDC at position number 1, Ion FPV following right behind him. Superb competition on display between these two brothers of the game. Anand again at position number 3 coming in. Fair and square out there with Kushang behind him by quite a few gates out there. So it's really between the top 3 positions. Let's take a look at Anand out here, who is at lap number 3. He's maintaining a close distance to Ion. IMDC is really in the commanding position, but not for long because wow, look at that. This is a very, very close thing that we have had. 81 milliseconds that we have got so far. This is the closest that we have had in this whole series. 81 milliseconds between IMDC and Ion, and IMDC just grabs it up at the end. Although he was maintaining the position at position number 1, Ion could have easily made it at position number 1. So it's IMDC, Ion, Anand. IMDC this time again coming back. So both of these pilots switching their number 1 spots here and there. Right now it's IMDC, so he gets 7 points. Ion at 6 points. Anand at 5 points. Anand staying very, very consistent at 5 or 6 points out there at position number 3. Kushang coming in at a little bit of an improvement over here with 4th spot giving him 4 points. And then is Vatsan. Vatsan would be a little bit disappointed out there. Not his thing for this round that happened. 25 milliwatts also would have been wanting to do a little bit better with 2 points. But Wizard it is on the last display out there for 1 point. And right now, it's 62 and 66. IMDC leads the pack, 66, followed by Ion at 62. Then we have Anand at 52. Then we have Vatsan at 36, followed by Kushang at 29, followed by 25 milliwatts at 25, and then Wizard at 10 points. Now, this is going to get very interesting from round number 5 because a multiplier of 5, 6, and 10 for each of these rounds is coming up respectively. So pilots, please get ready on the podium because your round number 5 starts in less than 5. Let's get a better angle for these pilots, zoom out and see how best we can capture it. And IMDC once again. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful track. It's as much that we can appreciate this track, we also have to appreciate the skills of these pilots. They have practiced literally day in and day out, and they have also helped out with finding a little bit of a flaw in one of the gates that was fixed on this track yesterday. So thank you, Ion, for that. Right now, he is at position number 2, and IMDC at position number 1. Let's see from his FPV view. Ion FPV could come back from anywhere behind, and look at that, very close distance. We can keep our eyes right now on Ion FPV, but look at that, IMDC right in front of him, and there's just that little bit of a difference between these two pilots. IMDC just maintaining it ahead of Ion, and Ion just waiting for the right moment. That's sort of been his strategy, I think, or at least is for this particular round. and he wants to come back to his position number 1. Anand, in the meantime, if we look at him, um, we've seen him do this part of the track very, very well, very consistently. And also 25 milliwatts. I think Anand finished that lap number 3, also did 25 milliwatts. 25 milliwatts are doing literally very well out here. 25 milliwatts is capturing the imagination of the spectators right now as he climbs up to position number 4, followed by Vatsan. Vatsan going downhill, should be trying to maintain himself upwards. Kushang lined up at position number 7, would be disappointed this time. So IMDC maintains a stronghold at position number 1, followed by Ion FPV at position number 6. And then we have Anand at position number 3 for 5 points. 25 milliwatts really gets those crucial 4 points, which is going to be going to improve him a lot and help him a lot. So Vatsan, and now Vatsan at, that was at 5th position, so 3 points. And finally, Wizard at the position number 6, so 2 points. And then finally, Kushang at 1 point. Yeah, so he has to get better from round number 6. Only 2 more rounds remaining. Still very close. Anything can happen between these pilots because a big round number 7 10-pointer is coming up, followed by round number 6 still remaining. And here and there crashes, and people can, change their positions on the leaderboard. So pilots, let's get on the podium for round number 6, because your round number 6 is going to start in less than 5. And we are right now seeing a good takeoff from Anand there was, and quickly overtaken by IMDC. And in fact, all these pilots, Kushang also getting in there, and Vatsan now really, really focused. A pilot like Vatsan, once he's all fired up, he'll go after his nearest competitors. And this time it's not 1, it's 2. And in fact, it's 3 of them at the top, because Anand has just chipped in and made himself a little bit better. But Vatsan is taking full advantage of Anand's little bit of a lack of a hold on the track over there. Again, now Anand taking it over this time around. So a change of fortunes at round number 6 for these pilots. Very interesting game going on right now. Ion FPV is looking super awesome. And look at that, IMDC. We are seeing IMDC chasing that tail of Ion. What a wonderful race this has been. Anand coming in at position number 3. And let's see, Vatsan again at position number 4. He is looking good, focused. He was somewhere at position number 3 at the beginning. But right now has to make up some good ground and take advantage of any opportunity that Anand leaves behind. And Kushang right now also doing pretty well at position number 5 behind Vatsan. So let's take from the eye spot of Kushang. He's at position number 5. Vatsan completing his 3 laps. And then we have 25 milliwatts and Kushang and Wizard finally. So it looks like very, very close competition again. If we just drill down from positions 1 to 6, these pilots getting better by each round. Ion FPV this time takes back his position number 1, so which he was losing out to IMDC. And that's going to make a huge difference, because this is a 6-point multiplier. So that really gives him an advantage out there. Anand coming in at position number 3 gets 5 points. Then we have Vatsan at position number 4, gets those 4 points. Kushang at position number 5 gets 3 points. Finally, 25 milliwatts, 2 points, and Wizard 1 point. So pilots, round number 6 has been completed. We'll give you a 2-minute of a breather to come back for round number 7. But till then, let's take a recap of this game for our spectators. Wow. And the spectators just joining us are enjoying every moment of this finale. So far, it's been domination from Ion FPV and IMDC, crossing that 130 line, 134 for Ion and 137 for IMDC. And Watson also would like to cross that 100 mark, which he probably can do if he does really well with round number 7. But Anand is the most consistent pilot, I would say. He hasn't really changed his position much, except round number 2, where he tipped in to, I think, the second last spot or something like that. But other than that, he's at 5 points. Then we have 25 milliwatts and Kushang. Kushang probably disappointed at round number 5, where he was at the last spot, but quickly improved upon with round number 6, and Wizard improving here and there on round number 5. So having said that, and having our spectators back as well after a drinks break, it's the edge of the game now. The last round number 7 coming up. All the thumps and pinches are warmed up and nerves are released. Now the pilots are getting focused out here. We wish them all the best for this grand finale, the last round, because this is all up to the grabs for the big prizes. Let's get going on the podium, pilots. This is the last round. This is your final commitment. Give it your best shot. Start it at your best end. So let's get going at the count of less than 5. Here we go, the final lap, the final round of this SAH S4 season finale. All the pilots taking off, and each of them will be looking to really crisscross each other, no matter given what the game is. Look at that. The change of positions out here is so very fast. Anand, Vatsan, IMDC, Ion FPV, 25 milliwatts also getting in there at position number 5. Wizard also coming in at position number 5. Beautiful stuff between each of these pilots. Vatsan looking determined, trying to get to position number 2, getting ahead of Anand right now. That's very well done by Vatsan. He is now within the reach of IMDC. IMDC looking super awesome as always, looking one of the finest contenders to win this SAH S4, unless Ion FPV is coming back as well. Ion FPV has complete scope to win this track as well. It's going to be a close last lap between Ion FPV and IMDC. Who is it going to take the win out here? They are virtually at the same gate. It's very, very difficult to see these pilots, and Ion FPV just getting ahead of IMDC. Is that going to make a difference? We'll have to wait and watch. What a belter of a race. IMDC falling to position number 3. Wow, and he's to get there at position number 2 at least in no time, but Vatsan has gotten in there first. And now remaining is Anand, the 25 milliwatts, Kushang, and Wizard. 25 milliwatts completing fast, and finally Wizard, who will be taking us towards the end of this race. But that's how the game finally played out. We had our awesome pilots compete on this track. Well done, pilots. So let's take a final R7 round. Scoring out here, Ion FPV taking that win for the last one, puts him at 204 points. We'll have to wait and count IMDC's points because he's at position number no, that's fine, I think. Okay, so we'll get going. I think yeah, the broadcast looks fine. And then we have Vatsan, who completed at round number 7, position number 2. So we give him 6 points. Then we have IMDC, who took in 5 points out there. Let's calculate this perfectly. And wow, that is right there. You have the results coming in slowly. Anand taking 4 points out there. 25 milliwatts doing pretty well out there as well in the last round. 3 points for his race. Kushang taking 2 points, and finally Wizard at position number 1. And absolutely out here we have the final results. We are waiting to give them out to our spectators, pilots. These are Ion FPV has won the championship out here for the SAH S4 Finale. He has won it all with 204 points out here. Great stuff from Ion FPV, and followed by IMDC at position number 2. Anand is coming in at position number 3, 147, beating out Watson there. And a very close game between these two pilots as well. Absolutely of top caliber. In fact, all these pilots, Watson coming in at position number 4 after that. And then at position number 5, we have 25 milliwatts. Position number 6 is Kushang. And finally, Wizard taking home 36 points. A beginner who made it all the way to the finals. And that is the beauty of this game. You just get going, and absolute dedication from the qualifiers he showed. And look at that. The results are absolutely gorgeous. Gives these pilots a booster of a confidence to come in also into the physical races now, having practiced so much on the simulated races. But this series championships will go on for until we get back to the next physical race, which is going to be anytime soon once the colleges are reopened now. So wait there till the very last. Thanks a lot, spectators, for their absolute support. But before going, let's just take you through what happened for the golden ticket round. For the golden ticket round, there were 6 contestants, and golden tickets, or 2 golden tickets, were going to be issued to the pilots for coming into the finals. And what happened was that we revealed a phrase out there, and we had a hidden track. The pilots had to decode this phrase first, then enter that hidden track, and then find a word which was guarded by trees. So there were 2 words on the track. They just had to extract 1 word. The first word was AZ, and then the second word was tracks. So the tracks was the golden word, and only 25 milliwatts was able to extract that golden word and enter the finals. And he has done pretty well in the finals. So congratulations once again to 25 milliwatts along with these other pilots. Superb finals. We will be seeing you back again in a few months now. There's going to be a little bit of a break time now until the next SAH S5, because that is going to be now a team competition. We'll be alternating between individual and team races. New teams will be joining us. If you are having at least 3 or 4 pilots from any city, or you want to form a team, just mail in your call signs. Register on IDRL, download the app, and mail in your team names or whatever information you want to give at support@droneracingindia.com, and we will start getting you ready for season S5. Thank you so much, all the spectators joining us. We had a wonderful time with you, all the pilots. Thank you once again. Congratulations, and thank you to our sponsors. And also we'll be announcing the final prizes and the distribution of the amount on our Discord channel. So if you want to join the Discord channel and keep up with IDRL updates, check out one of the events. It has the links to the Discord channel. Till then, we had a wonderful, wonderful night of finals, and we wish you a wonderful Sunday tomorrow, and a happy Ganesh Chaturthi weekend, and all these things going on. You have a wonderful time with your family. Good night, good dreams, and alvida. Thank you.